got it going for you. Moved out to California. Got lost in money, drugs, and women. Out for all your dollars. Now Nico's.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. Welcome to another episode of AMA. How this works is you ask your questions in the comment section below, and we answer them in the upcoming videos. Today's question comes from Tony. Tony says, as a tech head, I've been really wanting to try out the XL. The Lumia 950 XL he's talking about. As of late, all I've been seeing regarding Windows Mobile is that it's dead, and that is scaring me off a little bit. Also, with an 18-month-old, I like my photos being backed up directly to Google Photos, and all 18 months worth of photos 18-month worth of photos so far are all in one location. How is that going to change? I'm sure I could somehow get photos off of Lumia to get to the Google Photos app with a little effort. That is the biggest hurdle for me that I'm battling with. I've had the XL in the cart for several hours now. All right. So your problem here is you are a tech head, my friend, and we can't say no to anything new and shiny. So fuck what you heard about it's dead. It's not dead. It's just not moving as fast or progression like people would like it to progress, but it's not dead. Microsoft is not in the business of letting things die around here. We could use the Surface line as an example. They wrote that shit off for like 2 or 3 billion, and then here it is flourishing, and it is alive and well. So don't worry about it. It's not dead. And that came from Tom Warren, right? Who's a notorious Microsoft lover. And it had some good points, but it's not dead. I mean, they're still working on it, and there's still a lot of hurdles to overcome, and it still has less to offer than the competitors. And we're talking apps, right? And apps continue to be a thing. So again, just sit down and really look at the apps you use and think long and hard about, what if I didn't have this? And I'm not saying you won't have it on Windows Phone. What I'm saying is you may not have the best representation of it. So, for instance, if Instagram, sure, there's an Instagram app, and it's trash because it's still beta, and Facebook committed to making one. Facebook committed to making one. They still didn't make one. And then there's SixTag, which is head and shoulders better above whatever Instagram app or Instagram could ever do. So there's a lot of that going on, right? Like you may miss YouTube and YouTube Red, but then there's some good alternatives like what the hell's the name of the Tubecast and MetroTube. So just think about what it is you use on a daily basis. Now, in terms of the Google Photos, one of the things I can 1000% recommend is OneDrive. OneDrive is not only cheaper than Google Photos, it's everywhere for sure. So if you got a Windows 10 PC, OneDrive is built in. All your stuff is there, just like it is on your phone in Android. It's on Android, and it does the same thing, right? Like it automatically backs up the pictures. So I would say OneDrive is not only a cheaper solution to the Google Photos and the Google Drive thing, but a better solution. So I wouldn't worry much about that. Although I'm not sure what the process is to pull all your stuff off. I'm sure you're right, it can be done. And yeah, you definitely want to preserve the baby moments. So you'll be okay with OneDrive, and it's really very well integrated in any mobile platform or OS, even Mac OS, for crying out loud. OneDrive is killing it, and it's not much of a problem. But I think, especially when you emphasize you like to take pictures of the baby, I think you're going to be amazed at what you can do with the camera on the XL. It's going to be a whole new world for you. And for a lot of us, the Windows enthusiasts, that continues to be the number one thing that keeps us in this world is the cameras on these Lumias are nuts, right? And, even the camera on the Galaxy is okay. I mean, I'm really not doing it much justice by saying it's okay. It's amazing. But there's stuff that you can do with a Lumia with the lossless zoom and the tools they provide. It's madness. You're going to really enjoy that. I think you're going to enjoy the fluidity of the operating system, even though Microsoft is still muxing around with it, and I wish they would hurry up and get it together. There's a lot coming from an Android world. Windows, it's it's not a two-way street, right? So coming from Windows as a Windows fan and going to Android is a very jarring experience. It's very ugly. It's not a smooth transition. And coming from Android or iOS going to Windows it's so soothing. It's like, whoa, this exists. You know, things are so elegantly done, and it's just, and it works. I think you'll be happy with it. You strike me as a man that doesn't have a problem with cash flow. So hey, man, as a tech head, dude, hit that checkout. You just get it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You try it out, you don't like it, return it. And that's called voting with your wallet, baby. They count those numbers. Thank you for your question. Like the video if you like it. And don't forget to subscribe. We got plenty more coming. I'm out of here. Peace.
From the deep forest into the sun.